8:03. My apologies. A couple of minutes late. Had to do the TV thing, but we're multitasking today, and hopefully that's okay. It's okay with me. It's also coffee talk time. Good morning to you. I hope you're having a great start to the day. Beautiful weather this morning, but it is going to be an active day here in Central Florida. We're calling today a first warning impact day, and the models are pretty decently stacked in that we're going to get some stormy weather. So what you need to know is that you'll see this icon on our graphics, and that's just denoting that that's the timeline that we could be talking about some stronger showers and some stronger storms. So don't want you getting caught off guard or anything to that effect, all right? Sound good? All right, very good. So that said, let's look outside and just kind of see what's doing on our Tower Cam network this morning. It's a very nice start to the day. I did show this one just a couple of seconds ago on TV. This is Disney Springs. We are waking up to beautiful kind of cloud sun mix. Let's head over to the Orlando International Airport. Looking good there. Up to Ocala. Looking good there. Downtown Orlando. Oh, it is a lovely start today, but you can definitely tell there's some clouds over top of us, right? All right, over to the shoreline we go. Let's head over to our New Smyrna Tower Cam. Definitely a little rougher surf than we'd seen a couple of days ago, but still not too bad. Cocoa, looking over toward Port Canaveral, some darker skies, and Melbourne. Last but not least, camera's a little over iris. That's okay. It's not a bad start to the day. Let's take a look at first warning Doppler radar because we are tracking some rainfall out here. Let me zoom in here to Volusia County, for example. That's where we've been watching the rain. Now, I did tweet just a little bit ago that down in Fort Pierce, the reporting station there, the ASOS was reporting a tornado. It ended up being a water spout. Meteorologist from CBS 12 down in West Palm Beach tweeted that out there. Special thanks to Lauren for that, by the way, pointing that out to me. Thankfully, though, for us, we are not seeing any water spouts, at least as of yet. Knock on wood, that continues. But you can see around New Smyrna Beach, there are a few showers that are kind of coming on in. Let me zoom in just a little bit. Just south of 44, for example, a little bit of rain. Bethune Beach, a little bit of rainfall, and even more sitting just off the shoreline there. So a little bit of rainfall. Temperatures out the door aren't looking bad at all. We're in the 60s and 70s, but let's look to the day, and there are those impact icons you'll see. Lunchtime, temperature around 80 degrees, so mostly cloudy sky. We'll get to 83 for our high temperature today, and then we'll ramp up that rain coverage, 50, 60% coverage of showers and thunder showers. So at that, I will take a pause and let's look around and see what's doing. See your comments. Good morning to you, Connie, Tim. Good morning to you, everybody. Hope you're having a great start. Carmelo, awesome and super cool day today. I'm going to try and have a super cool day. I've got super cool people around me. That at least it helps through osmosis or something. I don't know. David, good morning to you, though. Anne Marie, good morning. Good morning. Hope you're having a great start. Annie says, I'll be under a tent all day selling raffles, praying for the weather. I mean, have the umbrella, but also like don't do anything dangerous. If the weather starts to look rough, let's head inside, okay? Can we do that? Can I get you to promise me you're going to do that, Annie? Please? Oh, I need coffee bad. Yeah, that's that's where I'm at. I saw Savannah Guthrie had 2 cups of coffee on the anchor desk there at the Today Show today. I'm like, all right, so Savannah's very much feeling the same vibes. Eduardo, am I covering the Falcon Heavy launch on Wednesday? I am. The weather does not look good for this thing, all right? Falcon Heavy rocket, one of the biggins over there, lifting a 6-ton weather satellite, or not a weather satellite, lifting a 6-ton satellite. Weather is of concern. 30% chance of good weather. Now, oftentimes, you'll see with Falcon Heavy, all 3 boosters recovered, 2 on a drone ship, 1 inland, or 1 on a drone ship, 2 inland. But because of the orbit that this one's trying to hit, there's going to be no booster recovery, so we don't get that boost back. So, yeah, I'll be watching it, but hoping that it'll go up on Wednesday. That's just me, though. Yeah. All right. So let's get a little more in depth into today's stormy weather. You had asked the question about the Falcon Heavy, so I wanted to mention that. But let's go over the timing today for these storms, and then let's get into the impacts. All right, so here's our futurecast model, and we'll just start with cloudy skies over top of us, okay? Let's put this into motion. 8, 9, 10 o'clock, we're still good. Lunchtime, we're still good. Brand new futurecast data saying that by 2 o'clock, we'll start to see some rains popcorning up around Volusia and Seminole counties. That's going to be the East Coast sea breeze starting to develop. Afterward, watch how that kind of works back over to the coastline, and by 3, 4 o'clock, that west coast sea breeze is very much lighting up. Now that's why we're watching for the threat for strong or severe storms, because you've got not only the yellows, the oranges, and the reds, but you've got like the purples and the pinks, and that's the computer model saying, dude, this is going to be feisty. So you can see there's instability at play here, and that's really going to be working in through the afternoon, right? Let's continue through time. 5, 6 o'clock, widely scattered showers, even a few heavier thunder showers around. By 7, 8 o'clock, the rains will gradually be fading. 9, 10 o'clock, and then, of course, from there, we'll be just about done. How much rain could we be talking about? Let's take a look at futurecast rainfall. Okay, of course, you're not going to want to work. Let's see. Will you work? Oh, that's fun. It must be the model must be running right. Oh, there it is. Okay. I was like, the model must be running right now. So for today, it says through 1 a.m. Tuesday, but you get the idea. Today's rain, we're looking at a wide scattering of showers, right? The lightest green is a half inch of rain or less. So that's not going to be a ton of rain. But the darker greens, you're talking a half inch to an inch of rain. Yellows is going to be 2 inches or more. So not a ton of intense downpours, but we are definitely talking about a pretty decent coverage of passing showers. Now, today is a day that we do have the threat for strong to severe storms. This is the latest threat level from the Storm Prediction Center. Notice it's essentially the Orlando metro off to the south and the east. Areas highlighted in green there have a level 1 out of 5 risk for strong to severe storms. So in terms of the impacts, what are we talking about? Okay, we're talking about a low-end threat for tornadoes. Doesn't look like there's much shear, but hail, it's cold upstairs, and severe wind gusts. We could be talking about some decent like downdrafts and things. So that's where we're at in terms of the stormier weather today. All right, decent shot of seeing some good rains over at least the next 7 days' time. Look at this. For the next week, southern areas could be talking about the deep purples and even into the reds. That's 2 inches of rain or more. Northern areas, 1.5 to 2 inches. The forecast, and this is not model data, this is a forecast. The forecast is essentially saying we're talking decent rains. What a lovely thing that is. Seriously. It's not going to be a drought buster, but it's definitely going to be an assistant. I'll take that. Yeah. Our Christian is asking, Vieira and Palm Bay rain today? If so, what time? Literally just did Futurecast. The dinner time hour is going to be your best opportunity to see some rainfall. But I'm also behind in comments, so I apologize. Frank says, I wonder if they had to pay more since they won't get the boosters back. I would imagine so. It depends on, it all has to do with mass to orbit and what particular orbit you want. All of this plays in. It's rocket science, right? Yeah. All right. So, so looking forward to liquid sunshine, Donna says. Oh, I am too. We need the rain so badly around Central Florida. Burn bans still in effect for so many locations. Here's the rain coverage for today when we look at the map itself. And this should kind of give you an idea. The best, highest coverage of rain is going to be in our southern areas. Do you see the reds and the oranges and the yellows? Lighter showers could move into our northern spots, but by far and away, the further south you are, the better opportunity you have rain. Today's coverage, 60%. But look at the next couple of days. It's not like we're going to dramatically change things. We're just going to keep fairly active. So this is definitely a summertime preview. We're not into the rainy season yet. This week is going to make you think we are, though. Rain chances the next couple of days, all right? So that's where we're at. How about the wind factor? I mean, in terms of the severity today, here's a look at kind of our breakdown of threats. Tornadoes, there could be an isolated one, but that's not a bigger concern. But you can see the low-end risk, that level 1 risk of strong to severe storms, that exists in the green shaded areas for both damaging winds and hail. So those are the threats. Those are the threats that we're watching. All right. Jan says, I need coffee. Started a new medication last night and I'm a bit tired this morning. I get you. I mean, I'm not on a new medication, but I'm tired because it's Monday. You know who else is tired because it's Monday? Megan Mackey. Megan almost ate some rough salad today.
Oh my gosh, I did.
What happened?
There's nothing worse than this. I brought like, I'm not gonna say from where, but I brought a prepackaged salad kit. And
When did you buy it?
okay, that's the thing is I think it was expired.
Oh, okay.
I bought it like Wednesday,
Okay.
like last Wednesday, because I don't like to grocery shop on the weekends. I don't know about you guys, but I mean I have the weekends off, but the grocery stores are just too busy. So
Oh,
I
they're
try
busy,
and go
yeah.
during the week. So whatever. I had the salad kit and it smelled like this has never happened to me. It smelled like rotten eggs. Like it was so rotten,
I was sitting.
but it didn't look rotten. It just smelled like
It didn't look bad.
Yeah,
I'm sitting here, and this is my chair. I don't just sit here because, you're fun people. This is where I sit. And for like 10 minutes, I feel like you kept entertaining the idea of trying. Like, did
Yeah.
you eat any of it?
Oh, well, I did, but I also brought like a full avocado, which was like it was perfectly ripe, and I put it in the salad.
And then you
So I
took
was
it
eating
back
that.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, it smelled like I was worried that I was gonna get a stomach ache.
Oh my gosh.
But it's just like we have like a cantina here, but it's not like food. It's
Yeah.
Cheez-Its, whatever. So
Yeah.
it's just there's something more disappointing than, especially on a Monday, bringing your lunch
I have an
and then
extra
it doesn't
protein
work
shake.
out.
I have an extra
I mean, I'll
protein
be fine.
shake.
I'm almost
Okay, it just
I'm
occurred
almost
to me.
done. I just like
Okay.
You just like want a nice hearty salad and then
A nice hearty salad.
yeah.
I do have an extra protein shake. I didn't
You're
drink
so
mine
nice.
yesterday, so
No, I'm good.
For what
But
it's
yeah,
worth.
that's what happened this morning. But the coffee was good today at work.
Yeah.
Usually I bring my own, but I was like, just
Case
it's
of the
Monday,
Mondays.
So
It's not, like you brought an expired salad on them. There's nothing more Monday than getting to that meal and being like, ah, man.
no, I had to go grocery shopping, but especially before the storm. So it's like there's nothing worse than grocery shopping when it's raining outside.
Right.
And I feel like I always happens to me. I get caught in the downpour when I'm.
Do people make
grocery
fun of
shopping.
you, like if you're caught in the downpour
No.
because you're on the news?
Oh.
As I'm putting this
I
up.
feel like I recognize the most people at the grocery store.
Right. I feel like I'm always caught in the rain, and there's always like that one guy or gal that's like, Eric Burris, weather guy, you don't have
And
an
you're just, like,
umbrella.
trying to get- you're
I'm
like,
just
yeah.
like, usually I'm pushing a cart and I've got two screaming kids like, Daddy, it's raining. And I'm like, no crap, it's raining. And then there's always that guy in the corner like, Eric Burris, you don't have your umbrella. And I'm just like, I'm a father trying to get my kids from melting in this rain.
Yeah, I can barely do it just on my own. I couldn't imagine having
Aye.
2 kids.
Aye.
Props to you. But yeah, that's my story about my salad, and hopefully tomorrow I'll
Bring
have a
in
fresh
something
one.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
I won't be here tomorrow, but that extra protein shake will be.
Oh, thank you.
You'll get Kellyanne back. You miss Kellyanne, and you know it.
Kellyanne. Come
You
back,
do.
Kellyanne.
Kellyanne, meanwhile, is like her sleep schedule's all thrown off because of So, but while we're chatting, while we're yentering it up, I do want to make sure you all know that we've got that threat of stronger storms today. Let me also put my TV hit together here. Ooh, that's a cool tower cam shot. Questions while we're all chatting? Let's see here. Beth says we do need rain. Yeah, we're in a severe drought. At the end of the day, we are in a severe drought, and what we don't love is like a threat, obviously, for stronger storms. But in Florida, it's kind of just like if it's a day that ends in Y, we're going to have the threat for some stronger storms during the summertime. So we have to be somewhat accustomed to this sort of thing, right? So as long as we know, I feel like as long as you know, then you can prepare accordingly, and that's where I'm at. I'm going to walk over to the green screen with you while we're chatting. It's actually saying we got some. Oh, Frank over on the West Coast. There's nothing wrong with that. All right. How many stories? 2. Okay. Let me move this keyboard over here so I can put my laptop down. All right. All right, so I'm going to pop this up. All right, so I'm going to do the weather. Hi down here. I'm going to do the weather and then we can chat some more. Sound good? And get this comment.
Celebratory send-off for 2 green sea turtles battling a disease from the tank. Look at Larry and Mo. They were rescued last year off the Florida Keys, and then after
I'm not going to forget about you, but I have some TV stuff I have to do, so forgive me.
The Turtle Hospital based in America started rescuing, rehabilitating, and returning turtles to the wild 37 years ago. Go there, you know?
Yeah, the two Stooges are returning. I love it. Go find Curly there.
Oh,
Yeah, 8:18, and it's quiet right now, but that is going to change very soon.
absolutely. You see that symbol on the screen. The first warning meteorologist Eric Burris. It is an impact day.
It is indeed. So this morning, the weather's quiet, mostly cloudy skies, even a couple of showers. But into the afternoon, we are going to watch those strong to severe storms firing up. So it's that timeline and that reasoning that we're calling today a first warning impact day. Let me take you out to Lake Dora. How cool is this shot? You got a little bit of blue sky, a lot of cloud cover, and it's just kind of a nice morning. It's not perfectly clear, but it's a nice one. All right, temperature-wise, 66 in Leesburg, 68 in Claremont there in Lake County. For the rest of us, 71 in Orlando, 77 in Melbourne, 75 degrees Daytona Beach. First warning live Doppler radar. Nice and quiet for most of us. There are a few showers coming in here around coastal Volusia County, around 44 or so, and a couple other little showers off the shoreline there. And then take a look even further off the shoreline, a little bit of rain. Let me take you to Brevard County, because I did just see, within the last few seconds time, out near Lake Washington, look at that. Yeah, I missed you. It was like 10 minutes time. I pop on the Facebook Live and you pop up. So there you go, a little bit of rain crossing over I-95 in Brevard County. And we're going to be watching this kind of moistening atmosphere these next few hours' time. By 11 o'clock, we'll get to a 10% coverage, 30% coverage by 1 p.m. And then I think 2, 3, 4 o'clock, that's when we're going to start to see some of those stronger storms developing as temperatures work to about 83 and then start going back down as the rains start falling. So it's low to mid 80s across the interior, upper 70s, lower 80s back over to the beaches. But here's Futurecast, okay? And through about 2 o'clock, a little bit of rain. Volusia, Seminole County, the last 2 Futurecast runs have shown this. Continuing on, you see that west coast sea breeze really get going, and 4, 5, 6 o'clock, you get widespread showers and thunder showers. That's your window to get the stronger storms around. And then by 7, 8, 9 o'clock, it starts to fade. It's just kind of fading rain little by little. But by far and away, again today, it's our East Coast beachside spots that have the highest coverage of seeing rainfall. When we look to the severe weather breakdown, tornadic threat is fairly low. It's going to be damaging winds and hail, particularly around I-4 and off to the south and east. That's basically the severe threat for today, all right? By the way, we stay stormy the next 7 days' time, a 50, 60% coverage all the way through the upcoming weekend, and a lot of events over in Daytona Beach for Jeep Beach. Take a look. You're also looking particularly stormy, so just get your outdoor activities taken care of early, and you'll be good to go for the storms in the afternoon. All right, that's a quick check of the forecast. Still working an accident on the turnpike. Here's Megan with more.
Yeah, Eric, good morning. We're monitoring this crash here in Osceola
All right.
County along Cornish Turnpike. This is on
That's that. Now we can move back on. By the way, while I'm getting my TV thing set up, let me pop up the 7-day forecast. We haven't even chatted about that yet. I just showed it on TV, but like, we're in a pretty stormy pattern here these next couple of days, my friends. It's not summer yet, like we know that, but it's going to look like it. Look at the rain chances. Today we're at a 60% coverage of showers and storms, but look, that continues right through the weekend. We're not to like summer heat yet, but there's definitely each and every day, there's these ample opportunities for showers and storms. And I apologize, I'm way behind in the comments. So yeah, Jan says Floridians don't even own umbrellas. I know, right? I own it, but it's just sometimes the kid takes it out of the car, whatever it is, just, for whatever reason, the umbrella leaves the car and then I'm just left without it. And then I just look like the schmuck trying to run into the store, dodging the rain. Oh, well, what are you going to do? Thomas, you like how I do that? Oh, show you the green screen? Well, it's the ability to take the laptop. That's all. Kurt, can I do forecasts for Vieira? Listen, Kurt, I love you. I'm just going to be honest. The problem is there's many locations around. And so we do forecasts for as many places as we can. But you know what? You know what's so funny? I had somebody just this weekend, and I have to call her back. She called and she's like, "Why don't you ever talk about the weather for Claremont?" And I'm like, "It's literally on every map we have." She told me Claremont's the biggest city in Lake County, to which I'm thinking to myself, like, I've had family in Claremont for years. I've been visiting Claremont since there was nothing in Claremont. But, and this is not to isolate her out or Kurt to isolate you out, but there's just too many cities. So we have to just kind of do the best we can, and that's our constant goal. And people are always going to say, what do you have against this city? Or what do you have against this city? And I'm like, I don't, but I just can't mention everything. Yeah. So it is what it is. Taylor finishes the hit walking away from the screen. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's the way it is. Stephanie, no jacket. We're on the C Dub, which means it's a little more laid back. And if I'm honest, the bosses haven't yelled at me. So if they're not yelling at me, I think I'm okay. That was very cool behind the scenes. Well, we've got a couple more hits because remember, so that was the big weather for CW. So next I've got a Today Show hit, and then right after the Today Show hit, I've got another hit on just CW. So we've got two hits in a row coming up in the next couple of minutes. So we'll be doing a couple more behind the scenes deals there. But while we're doing that, we can also yenter it up on Coffee Talk. That's the fun of the whole thing. What's an umbrella? Laura says. Isn't that funny? Our consultants tell us that people love hearing about the what to wear forecast. And included in that is like the mention of an umbrella. And it's just like research says, and I'm not making fun of the consultants, that's their job is to tell us what people want. But we can still make fun of it as Floridians because we're goofy. We're goofy people. But yeah, you know what the consultant said, which I thought was interesting. So whether or not you know this, haha, weather is the number one reason people watch local news. Did you know that? And the example that one of the consultants said, and this is a brilliant woman, she said, you could live in Tucson, Arizona, where the sun shines 300 days a year, 350 days a year. Weather is still the driver for why people watch local news, and they still want to hear it, even if it's the same thing every day. That makes sense. Listen, if that keeps me employed and gets food on the table, I will provide that service. And as long as y'all hang out with me on Coffee Talk, I'll show up even on my days off. You know? And I appreciate you for it, by the way. Debbie says, I guess I'm not going to Epcot today. Shoot, if I was you, Debbie, I'd still go, but I'd just go early. The earlier you get it done, the better off you are. Oh, I gotta move the radar here. Let's see here. Rain Thursday morning in Dr. Phillips. Our elementary school has an outdoor performance. So it looks like each of these, I mean, there may be some coastal showers in the morning, but it looks like it's more afternoon stuff across most of town. So I would still say that you're probably pretty good. Yeah. Yellow icon on Wednesday too. That's correct, Mickey. So Wednesday as well, there's the threat for some stronger storms. Yeah. Shauna says, I'm worried about May 18th to the 21st. It's Welcome to Rockville. Last year, the Lightning canceled so many bands. Seek Shelter was the headliner. Oh my God, that's funny. Let's hope that that's not the case this year. I can't promise it, but I can hope that that's not the case. But you do have an extra pair of socks in your car? I don't. I probably should have an extra suit or something, though, at the station. Yeah. One Kohl's. Tend to leave umbrellas in the shopping cart when I'm unloading groceries. I guess it's a way of paying it forward. That's true. Ann says, love watching you on TV and on Facebook. Thank you for all your time with us. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Rosebud says, I don't own any socks. Oh, shoot. I when you wear a suit for work, you have to own socks. All right, let's walk over to the green screen. Megan's getting set up for her TV hit there. There's Jason. Jason waving. All right. Let me get my earpiece fixed here.
The hospital is open and running as scheduled. Is now charged with Clarkson and battery on emergency buttons.
All right, let's do New Smyrna.
You still seeing the slowdowns? Yeah, so you see the slowdowns still in Altoona County along
Turnpike, but they have started to improve on the northbound side. Just that,
So we've got this hit and then one more for CW, and then we can hang out again.
So traffic moving through here, those lanes are back open. I have no major crashes along this corridor here. This is a live look from our tower looking from Lee Road. Starting to see that eastbound traffic moving up toward Altamont Springs, but so far the roads are dry, not going to be a problem for your morning commute.
All right, good morning to you. Let's take a look at the forecast, beginning with a quiet radar over most of town, though our coastal spots are starting to see some rain. Heavy rains now working over toward 415 just south of 44. A few additional showers off the shoreline there of Oak Hill and Edgewater, and a little bit of rain crossing in from I-95 toward Lake Washington. Today, working up to a 60% coverage of storms.
Still ahead.
All right, so that one was a little quick because during the Today Show cut-ins, you only have so much time. And so being whatever the last element is during those cut-ins, you either get a ton of time or a little bit of time. And so it's fine. Look, I've done weather for 18 hours already on this morning show. So, you know, I'm starting to get tired, right? So Megan has, and it accordions. So Megan has some traffic that she's dealing with. The weather's quiet for now. I mean, the weather will get stormier later, so weather will probably take more time later. But that's something that, you know, I felt like before I got into television, I didn't realize. But you only have a certain window of time. You know, it's not like there's unlimited time, so you have to divvy it up essentially, which I thought was just kind of something interesting, right? Debbie says the consultants are wrong. I don't want to be told what to wear, and you can't shop with an umbrella. Yeah, isn't that funny? Amy always had that vibe. Sweezy's thought process was, people don't want to be told what to wear. Listen, I'm just trying to pay the bills, y'all. At the end of the day, if they told me to jump, as long as it didn't violate my, what's the word I'm looking for?
Yes.
Like what I stand for? What is that? Why? I need more coffee.
It's like one word.
Values. As long as it doesn't like you know, like if they're like, tell people what to wear. Okay, if it's cold, I'm going to tell you to wear a sweater. I don't care if you wear a sweatshirt or short sleeves.
Yeah.
But the boss wants me to do, I'm going to do it. As long as it. But if they told me to hype weather, that I would not do. Like that's where I would draw the line. So, rest assured, I only sell myself so far to the consultants world. Let's see, a couple little showers are starting up along the shoreline there. I'm updating the radar for the TV hit. All right. I always keep umbrellas in my car. 3. Oh, wow. Tiffany always keeps 3 umbrellas in her car. 1 in the trunk, 1 near the kids, and 1 in the front. That's interesting. I like that. I like that a lot. All right. Catching up with comments. My apologies. First thing I do when I get up is look for your tweets about the weather while I'm waiting for coffee talk. Thank you, Tina. I try to tweet. There's some mornings where it's very much keep your head above water, and those are the mornings you don't see tweets from me, but I try. George says, wow, finally some rain. Right? We're still in a rain deficit, and computer models are saying could see 2 inches of rain this week. It's not going to fill in the deficit, but it's also not going to hurt. All right, I got to run over here. All right, one more hit, and then we can hang out. My apologies.
Now at 8:30, fighting multiple fires at this Ocala hospital.
All right, let me put this down. One more TV hit.
In one place after another.
Plus, claiming self-defense, we got a closer look at stand your ground laws and when people should be held accountable for pulling the trigger.
Also ahead on Sunrise, call for
Wake
the
up.
disaster declaration. The plea from Governor Ron DeSantis for those suffering the damage after the historic flooding recently in South Florida. Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on Sunrise. I'm Jason Guy.
And I'm Christina Watkins. Happy Monday to you.
Yeah, to you too.
We've got a lot to get to today. First, we want to begin with our forecast as it's starting off your week. And that's this morning, but that's first we're going to be around this area. First, we'll tell you we do have some storms heading over this afternoon.
We do, and some of those could get a little stronger as well. So just keep that in the back of your mind. It's a good day to have the Wesh 2 mobile app where you can get the notifications and have the interactive radar and all those tools that are in there. But for now, just watching some of these showers coming in off the ocean. down along the Treasure Coast had a water spout just about 30 minutes ago or so. None of that, thankfully, in our area. Knock on wood, but we'll be watching. Darker clouds, even some showers, okay? So here's the day planner forecast. 20% chance of rain for lunchtime, around 80 degrees. We'll work to 83, and it's that afternoon, evening time frame that we'll be looking to the 50, 60% coverage of showers and thunder showers. For now, watching a little rain just south of 44 here, crossing over 415 in Volusia County. Some more heavy rain off the shore coming in around Bethune Beach, Oak Hill, and Edgewater. And then down into Brevard, a couple showers around the ports and back over toward Lake Washington. But all in all, we're still nice and quiet. Gotta love that. Temperatures out the door in the 60s and 70s. We are going to be warming up and firing up the thunderstorms. Getting brand new Futurecast data. I'll have it for you coming up in just a couple of minutes' time. At 8:33, though, let's get a look at the roads. There's downtown. Good morning.
Good morning, Eric. Yeah, going out the door right now, traffic is really starting to improve.
Okay.
Crashes earlier, but
Now we can hang out. Brian says it was both cool and weird watching you do the weather without seeing the graphics behind you on the screen. Totally different perspective and cool. Thanks, Brian. Yeah, it's, I'll tell you that was one of those things. It takes some getting used to. Doing that. And what's funny is so you get used to that, and then they start having you do the wall where Megan is now, and it's like a totally different thing. And so you have to train your brain. It's just kind of funny how that works. Ponchos, invest in ponchos, Pauline says. Ponchos are always a good option. Absolutely. Keith, yeah, but great weather, man. Games, what? Great weather, man. Games, families, eating, and paying bills. For me, I'm a general contractor, thus I got to know if I'm sending my crews for inside work or outside. That's why I've got to have a great weather, man. Okay, got it, Keith. Yeah, no, I get it. People depend on, listen, and the struggle is, it's not an exact science. And the thing that I have to laugh is that certain people, and I'm not saying you, Keith, but certain people think that it's perfect science. And it's like, we're literally looking to the future. That's the difficult thing. Rosebud, we can't see your feet. You could be barefoot. There's some camera shots where the feet are visible. So yeah, got to wear the shoes. It's funny. I've worn tennis shoes every now and then. Get away with it a little bit, but yeah, that's not the idea. Do I still get a twinge of nervousness before I go on the air? It's totally no big deal. I mean, I've been doing this. I've worked in television for 22 years, and I've been on TV for 17. So yeah, yeah, it's the job. That's all. I mean, I was nervous the first time. Yeah. Janet, what time do I have to be at the studio? We usually get in about an hour to 2 hours, depends on the day, but about an hour to 2 hours before the newscast. We go on the air at 4:30. So I was in this morning, 3 I was in, and today's day ends at 1:30. So it's a 3 to 1:30 day. So long day. Yeah. Tiffany says, but you love your job. I love my job. I love my job. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely love my job. Steph says we have swim lessons every day this week at 4:50, hoping the storms avoid Orange City at that time. When we get our little guy into swim lessons again this year, yeah, it's going to be a little difficult at times. Yeah. It's tough. Michael says I have a 5K race on Saturday morning. Am I going to get drenched? I think you'll be all right. Again, the storms are going to be afternoon time frame, so I think you'll be okay. Yeah. Knock on wood, love that. Hey, I had to go because the wall's a little further back, so it's I had to go reach for it, Yeah. Wednesday's another impact day. I can take that since it's my wife's birthday. After all, she's made an impact on my life for the last 40 years. I like that. I would be so backwards on the green screen. You actually would, because it's backwards. Yeah. But listen, I can tell you this much. You get used to it. That's okay. You get used to it. My mom doesn't believe it's going to rain. That's okay. I get it. We've been so dry. But there's going to be some rain this week. There's going to be some rain this week. Yeah. Oh, Rosebud, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Mickey, what do the global models show for total precip this week? You know, I haven't shown that on TV, but let's look at it here. Hold on a second. Let me find that. Where are you? Brain not working. Okay, here we go. All right. So here's the global models. On the left, the European. On the right, the GFS. Both are showing decent rains. Euro's going a little wetter, which I would not mind. But yeah, so that's. There are worse things in life, you know, than some decent rains. Tony's back tonight. Yes, Linda. Tony's back tonight. Yeah. So Tony's back tonight, and then Kellyanne is back tomorrow morning. I'll do the noon and 4 tomorrow. Tony's back, and then Wednesday, I think Kellyanne's in the morning. Alex is doing the noon and 4. I'll be at the Kennedy Space Center in the weather lab for Falcon Heavy.
After historic flooding in Fort
Whew.
Governor Ron DeSantis wants the Biden administration.
A lot going on. Just got my breakfast. Work until 9 tonight. Nicole, good stuff. Gotta take it easy. Gotta take it easy. Majorie Ocala, we getting some rain today? You might get a little bit, but the overall coverage of rain today is definitely favoring spots further south. So here's the coverage map for today. The greens, that would be you in Ocala today. And thus, yeah, you'll get some rain, but it may be just a few showers. But it's basically Orlando and I-4 south and east. That's the area that we're watching. Shauna says, we need the rain, love the rain, but we need to clear it out for Jeep Beach. Here's the problem. It's just not. As long as you know that, like, here's the 7-day forecast specifically for Daytona Beach. Speaking of Jeep Beach, like 80% coverage of rain today, 90% coverage of rain on Friday. Not the best. It's not the best. Sorry. Not the best. So, anyway, such is life. Got to do what you got to do. All right. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Anything? Anybody? Pauline says, the gardens are going to love the rain. Yeah. Yeah, Priscilla's asking the timeline. It's going to be the afternoon. This afternoon. Like, lunchtime, we'll see a couple of showers get going, but it's really 2, 3, 4 o'clock that things get feisty. And then 4, 5, 6 o'clock, it's going to be stormy. All right? Now, I'll be tweeting. I'll be Facebooking, all that stuff. I slept accidentally through Coffee Talk in the afternoon on Friday.
Oh my God.
I woke up at 3:35 and I was like, yep, not getting out of bed right now.
Everyone's like, where's Eric?
They might have been, yeah, they might have been like, where is the dude? I woke up and it was already past the time and I'm like, nope, not gonna happen today. So that's okay. Brian says, with the technology these days, I'm surprised that the weather graphics can't appear on the green screen behind you. That would be so cool to see the forecast that way. Yeah, I mean, it's all about how it gets delivered to you at home, though, at the end of the day. So that's all that matters. Yeah, pack the bag. Pack the go bag for extra clothes. Yeah, all right. That's all I got. So I will see you guys and gals on TV now, WESH 2 News at noon, and I will set an alarm to do the afternoon coffee talk. That I promise. Okay? All right, listen. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you so much for hanging out for coffee talk. I will see you guys and gals on TV for the next 18 hours on the morning show. WESH 2 News at noon, today all day, and coffee talk at 3:30. All right? And then on social channels throughout. Bye.